Okie dokie. So, in the video they recommend to use goop, but goop to me is just too thick for this job. And basically what we're doing is we're running it on the inside lines, so if I get a little pointy thing, sort of in here and in here. Now I did notice that one of these tubes, I think it was one of the fuselage, had come away a little bit from one edge. I might try and fix that, or I might not, we'll see. But these wings look fine, so I'm going to glue them. I have got two almost empty U-hoos, and I've also got a brand new one here, so we'll see how we go. At least, you know, once it's in, and we can just leave it alone. One thing I'm going to do that's recommended is put a bit of masking tape across the end. Okay, so let's start the process. Okay, so that's glued, hopefully somewhat sensibly. I presume that these are meant to go over that, and it's kind of weird they're not gluing them in now to cap them in. Then I thought that would have been a better join, because now there's going to be like extra bits that aren't there or whatever, but never mind. So that's that being glued in. We'll see what's next. Oh, actually, we've got the actual fuselage there, haven't we? Right, so that I think is where I'm going to leave it for today. I'll see what's next. I think we're moving on to the rods that go around the fuselage, so I'll just let everything go off now. I think I've got probably at least 2 videos out of this to edit up in bed. Well, another good thing about having the MacBook as opposed to my old desktop is the fact that I can edit the stuff in bed while I'm sort of relaxing in the evening. Hello everybody and welcome back to part 2 of the build on the mini Drak. This is what we are left with. The minor cock-up that we have is that this leading edge is slightly raised because a tube got twisted thanks to hot glue. Because I hate hot glue, because it is shite. But anyway, we're going to be moving on. The next thing that we're going to be doing is putting in the carbon fibre rods into these channels. So let me get it taken apart again and then we will have a look at what we need to do for that. Alright, so let me just make sure the camera's set up right. I'm going to be doing things slightly different to the way that the Ritewing chap does it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do some of his stuff and some others. So what he does first of all is he gets a soldering iron, he just nicks a little bit out of here to the edge. I'm not going to do that because that seems like a waste of time, electricity, waiting for the soldering iron to heat up. So I'm just going to get rid of it, something like that. Okay, so next what we have done is prepared the wing to gluing in these spars. So you measure the spar. I've used the knife to cut that. Apologies, the last clip got cut short. I got disturbed, as often happens. And I've got the rods in just to give you like a demonstration. You measure them with the tape again and cut them in the middle, because then you have this bit on the outside that you can twist. to fully get the glue in. I've got masking tape on either side. The idea is if you get any excess glue spill on the edges, you can pull it off with the tape. So I'll get this cut and make sure everything fits all right, and then we can start the gluing process. Okay, so the wings are done. They look fabulous. That's all like that. Tape worked wonders. Because what you got to think about is, even if you think, oh well, it's going to be covered, you're not going to see it. You're going to see the sort of wrinkle in the wrap or whatever we're going to use. So we do have to think about that. Now, next, our job is to feed carbon in these tracks that go all the way to the back. Now, what they recommend to do is get a snap blade. I'm not going to use a snap blade because I'm not a peasant. I'm going to use a scalpel. Could possibly do a new knife, but never mind. I'm going to run that around this groove. And then I'm going to take a flat screwdriver and press it in like that to open up the gap. So let's give that a go. Okay, so now I've done that, I've got to try and work this carbon fibre rod into that slot. I might ask the screwdriver to help me out a little bit. And see if we can push this nice and deep into the foam. Okay, so I've got the carbon rod all the way in. It's hard to see because it's actually under the foam, which is good. It's sank in a load. I'm now debating what type of glue to use. These are just Hobby King super glues. We've got medium here and thin. Now, actually, they look like they are very much the same. I'm going to go for thin then, because I normally don't use thin on foam because, in my opinion, it's never sort of gripped very well. But I want it to actually run into the gap and glue stuff up. We also need kicker, which I have using the Zap kicker, because for some reason Hobby King doesn't seem to sell kicker. I think they may sell an aerosol type, but we want like a spray type. So the rod's in. I'm going to just run the glue over it now. Where did I put my pin? Because it's not coming out. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I'm having some issues with this bottle, to be really honest with you. It keeps clogging itself up. Okay, so now we need to do the other one. I'll tell you what, for that, just so these videos aren't a million hours long, I'll do that off camera. It's the same thing I've just done there, although I didn't really show you this one. Oh, go away. No, I did, because it was in fast. I know, I'm going to turn the camera off and do the other side, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I've got those glued in. I just sprayed some of that kicker over afterwards, so I had a chance for the glue to go in. Next, what we need to do is, in the kit, you get these sort of long strips. I think if you've seen the unboxing video, you've seen them, of EPP, and they are designed to fill up the gap here. So what I've done is I've cut them all to length, as you can see, and all I'm going to do is get some of my in the slots, push it in, and then, yeah, it's wait for it to go off. So we'll get that started. Okay, so we're looking at it from a slightly different angle now. We're actually working on the body. Again, putting in these strips. These strips actually go about level with there. Slightly less. I need to not push it all the way in, but I need to push it in at the edges. Another thing, of course, is that there's like a gap there, so I'm going to have to try and not overdo it too much. And then have to clean up on the inside as well. So, let's have a look at getting that started, shall we? Okay, so that is now done. These are just to weigh the plane down. I've pushed them in roughly so they look about right. Of course, when these are all glued, I'll get the big old long snap blade, and we'll sort of carve it to shape. But I also have to recut the channels to do the bottom ones. But I've decided that for today, I'm going to leave it, and we'll get on with some other stuff elsewhere. But I thank you all for watching. I do apologise if you know, if you're not interested in seeing the mini Dracula, you managed to get to this time of the video of this part. The problem is that I record like a bunch of these all at once. You know, I mean the last, you know, the unboxing and up to part 3 have been over 2 days. But the thing is that that's the way I do it, and I'll work on one project and swap to another. The reason why I started this is because I'm still waiting for the speed controllers, or the speed controller for the FT Goblin. Once we've got that, we'll do a bit of swapping between the two. But for now, I'm working on what I can work on. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please click the like button, helps me out a lot. Remember to subscribe if you're new and want to see some more of this. If you have any questions, feedback, comments in general, stick them in the comment section. I do read them all, even if I don't reply. So yes, thank you all for watching. Till the next one, bye bye.